On a freezing December morning, Marcus Bennett stood in the parking lot of an upscale shopping center, his breath fogging in the air. Beside him, his elegant girlfriend, Claire, adjusted her designer coat and suddenly muttered words that sliced through him like a blade. "He looks just like your dead son." Marcus froze. Time seemed to stop. He followed her gaze and saw a boy, no older than 10, sitting on the cold pavement with a piece of cardboard in his hands. The boy's curly hair, his delicate features, even the way he tilted his head, it was David all over again. The son Marcus had buried 5 years ago. Claire let out a laugh. "Marcus, you look like you've seen a ghost. Come on, let's go. The restaurant will be packed." She pulled at his arm, but Marcus couldn't move. The boy's eyes locked with his, a look full of curiosity and innocence. The boy slowly stood. His clothes were oversized, his sneakers full of holes. "Sir, do you have any change?" Claire recoiled instantly, as if poverty itself was contagious. "Marcus, let's go." "Don't encourage him. These kids just want money." But Marcus's heart clenched. There was something in the boy's eyes, a quiet determination he hadn't seen since David used to sit in the kitchen, insisting on helping his father cook, dreaming of becoming a chef. "What's your name?" Marcus asked. "Gabriel, sir. Gabriel Silva." The name hit Marcus like a punch. Something inside him broke and healed all at once. It wasn't just the resemblance, it was Gabriel's dignity in the face of misery, the same dignity his son had shown even while battling cancer. Claire tightened her grip on Marcus's arm, her patience thinning. "Enough. You're embarrassing yourself." But Marcus didn't hear her. Gabriel bent down to gather papers an elderly man had dropped, carefully returning them with a polite smile. Not a single word of complaint, not a request for reward, just kindness. For the first time in years, Marcus felt his heart racing not with grief, but with recognition. "Where do you sleep, Gabriel?" he asked. "A shelter nearby, if there's room. If not, here." Gabriel pointed to a corner by the mall entrance, sheltered from the rain. Claire rolled her eyes. "See? Sad story, end of discussion. Now can we eat?" Marcus noticed Gabriel picking up his few possessions, a thin blanket, a ragged notebook, a pen with no cap. He asked softly, "What do you write in there?" Gabriel hesitated, as if afraid of being mocked. "Stories. About people. My mother taught me to write before she..." He swallowed. "Before she passed away. Lung cancer." His voice cracked. "The hospital said they couldn't help without money." Claire laughed bitterly. "Of course. The dead mother story. They all have one." But Marcus had seen truth in Gabriel's eyes, the same raw pain he carried himself. "Do you still write?" he asked. Gabriel nodded shyly. "I write about families. About kids with parents who love them." He quickly added, "They're just silly stories." "They're not silly," Marcus said firmly. "Dreaming is never silly." Claire snorted. "If you don't come with me right now, Marcus, I'm leaving. And this time, it's over." Marcus looked at her for the first time since arriving. In that moment, the woman he thought he knew was a stranger. When had he stopped seeing people as human? When had he hardened so much? "Have you eaten today, Gabriel?" Marcus asked, ignoring Claire's threats. Gabriel shook his head. "Fine," Claire snapped. "This is goodbye." She stormed off, shouting loudly enough for passers-by to hear. "You'll regret choosing a beggar over me." Her words cut the air, but Marcus felt strangely free. He placed a protective hand on Gabriel's shoulder. "Come on, let's get lunch." Inside the restaurant, Gabriel looked around wide-eyed, both amazed and terrified. He scanned the menu carefully, clearly choosing the cheapest options. "Gabriel," Marcus said gently, "order what you want, not what costs the least." "How did you know?" the boy asked. "Because I would do the same." Marcus smiled faintly. As they ate, Marcus asked questions no one had ever asked Gabriel. He discovered the boy studied at night, topped his class, and spoke multiple languages he had taught himself from discarded books. He wrote essays on justice, on hope, on compassion. "Have you thought about college?" Marcus asked. Gabriel laughed softly. "Sir, I can barely afford food. College is too big a dream." Marcus leaned in. "Someone like you is exactly who should be in college." At that moment, an elegant woman at the next table turned toward them. "Excuse me," she said in crisp English. "I couldn't help but overhear. I'm Professor Elaine Park from Columbia University. That French you spoke was extraordinary." Gabriel blushed, but Marcus's heart surged. Fate had just opened a door. Within days, Gabriel's brilliance stunned the professors at Columbia. His language proficiency broke records, and he was offered a full scholarship. Marcus wept with pride. Meanwhile, Claire's world collapsed. The cruel words she had spat in a club while gossiping about Marcus and Gabriel had been recorded. Beggars will steal your wallet. They're worthless. The video went viral, and the internet branded her as the face of elitist racism. She lost her job, her friends, her reputation, everything. While she fell, Gabriel rose. He thrived on campus, his story inspiring others. Marcus established a foundation to help gifted children like Gabriel. And then came the revelation that stunned Marcus. Gabriel had been born in the same hospital, on the same day, almost the same hour as David. 6 months later, Gabriel stood on stage as the university's best freshman of the year. Marcus sat in the front row, tears streaming down his face. Gabriel whispered to him afterward, "Maybe your son sent me to you." Claire, watching from her tiny apartment, scrolled through endless posts praising Gabriel and Marcus. She had chosen prejudice. They had chosen compassion. The irony was cruel but clear. She had lost everything by revealing who she truly was, while Gabriel gained everything by simply being who he always had been: kind, resilient, brilliant. Justice wasn't in her downfall. Justice was in his rise.